This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Time is now 6:51. Time to get you ready to take on your Friday in the morning sprint. Our Matt Gray has a look at temperatures that are pretty chilly for this weekend. Julie Minnesota is live in Seattle with a preview of tomorrow's Apple Cup. But first, a judge in Kootenai County has dismissed the conspiracy charge against the leader of a white supremacist group, the Patriot Front. It's related to his arrest at the Coeur d'Alene Pride Festival back in 2022. Prosecutors are appealing the judge's decision. Thomas Rousseau, along with over 24 other members of Patriot Front, were arrested and charged with conspiracy to riot back in June of 2022, which is a misdemeanor in Idaho. Now, law enforcement discovered a group with matching clothes, riot gear, and shields all in the back of a U-Haul. Believed they were en route to riot at the Pride Festival. Now, over the summer, other members were found guilty of their respective charges and received 5 days in jail, a fine, and were banned from Coeur d'Alene parks. Well, breaking news this morning: as part of a landmark agreement between Israel and Hamas, hostages are being released this morning. The fighting between the two is now on pause for at least 2 days. Just minutes ago, the Thai Prime Minister confirmed the release of 12 Thai nationals. Now, during this break, dozens of hostages, including some Palestinian prisoners, are expected to be freed, while some, including President Joe Biden, are keeping their fingers crossed that things go smoothly. Others say they're still skeptical. Now, yesterday, the Israeli defense minister told Israeli troops that he expects at least 2 additional months of fighting to resume after this truce ends. U.S. officials say relatives of American hostages freed from Gaza will be contacted after the U.S. confirms their release and departure from Gaza. Well, the war in the Mideast has triggered increased security measures here at home, including for today's traditional start to the holiday shopping season. Black Friday shoppers will face anti-war protests and a heavy police presence, cracking down on a new surge of organized retail theft. ABC News has learned pro-Palestinian protesters plan to demonstrate at shopping malls across the country today.
And it's time for your first alert forecast. It's going to be a beautiful day today. We're in the upper 20s now. We'll be in the mid 30s this afternoon with some ample sunshine, and we're seeing that already. Then as we head into the weekend, chillier air moves in. We'll be in the low 20s and upper teens for the next couple of mornings. Temperatures will struggle to warm in the afternoons as we'll only reach the middle 30s.
The Seahawks' first ever Thanksgiving home game left them with little to be thankful for. Quarterback Geno Smith says his arm is okay, but the offense looked ineffective in a 31-13 loss to division rival San Francisco. Seattle now sits at 6-5, still in wild card contention, but 2 games out of the division lead, with another tough game coming up on Sunday at Dallas.
And we are a little more than 24 hours away from the 115th Apple Cup between Washington and Washington State. UW has dominated this rivalry, especially over the last few years, winning 8 of the last 9. However, the Cougars have something to play for. A win spoils the Huskies' college football playoff chances and makes them bowl eligible for an 8th straight year. Kickoff at 1 o'clock tomorrow right here at Husky Stadium.
Oscar Pistorius, the para-Olympian who murdered his girlfriend on Valentine's Day back in 2013, will be released on parole in January. Pistorius shot Riva Steenkamp 4 times through his bathroom door, saying he had mistaken her for an intruder. Known as the Blade Runner for his carbon fiber prosthetic legs, Pistorius was once seen as an inspirational figure. He was originally convicted of manslaughter, but that sentence was changed to murder by a higher court. Former President Donald Trump spent Thanksgiving lobbing fresh verbal attacks at the judge that's overseeing his New York civil fraud trial. The Truth Social post included a long list of insults, Trump calling Arthur Engoron a psycho and a radical left Trump-hating judge. He also took aim at New York's Attorney General, the Department of Justice, and President Biden. And a gag order preventing Trump from such personal attacks is currently on pause until a panel of judges can meet next week to consider the issue. Well, toy makers are facing a slower season as holiday shopping gets underway. Market research is saying that toys and games have fallen 8% this year through September compared to the same period last year. Retail sales also fell further in October. The NFL and Amazon are hoping to kick off a new holiday tradition with today's Black Friday game between the Jets and the Dolphins. The game will be free to stream, with Amazon offering promotions throughout. Now, NFL viewership is up 6% over last season and is on track to see its highest since 2015. The day after Thanksgiving is the busiest day of the year for plumbers. Grease down the drains, stuffed garbage disposals, extra guests using your bathroom, and more can cause all kinds of plumbing problems. Some advice from plumbers: they say don't put potato or banana peels down your garbage disposal.
Rice, celery, stuff like that shouldn't be put down it. Most things should be scraped off into the garbage and then rinsed off in the sink.
Also, don't use drain cleaning chemicals, as they often work only to a limited degree and can cause dangerous backsplash and injure plumbers as they attempt to snake those clogged drains. And after you're done digging into your leftovers today, you might want to head on over to Coeur d'Alene for the annual tree lighting ceremony. Coeur d'Alene's kicks off this evening at 5 p.m. with a parade full of festive floats. After that, you'll want to head to the resort, where a flip of a switch and 1.5 million lights will be shining at 6 o'clock. And the holiday fireworks show begins right after that. Then tomorrow, Saturday, the city of Spokane will host its own celebration at Riverfront Park. The party starts at 4 with live music leading up to the tree lighting at 6. You can learn more about these events online. We'll be right back.